What's up, Legendary fans? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Legend Outdoors. This is just a quick gear review for the upcoming backpacking trip that I plan on taking. It's just going to be for a day hike in, an overnight stay, and then like a mid-afternoon to evening hike back out. We're looking at roughly maybe 3 to 4 miles to get to the backpacking sites. Now, this particular trail does have multiple backpacking sites. I don't know what kind of jam we may run into. It might be something where we get to a specific site, there may already be people there. Normally, the general rule of thumb is when you go into the head of the trail, which we're not doing, but when you go into the head of the trail, you sign in, and that way people kind of know, hey, you know, we're planning on staying at this particular site. Since we're not doing that, we're kind of at the mercy of the people there. So we're hopefully going to be able to get in, find the site that we particularly want, and be able to set up there. Now back here is going to be all the gear. So back there's all the gear. We're going to go ahead and go over all that gear. Stay tuned with me, and we're going to break it down piece by piece, step by step, and you're going to get to see what it is that I carry with me for just a simple overnight stay. It's a little overkill. Don't crucify me in the comments. It is a little overkill, but luxury is a comedy out there, so I take things to make it a nice trip and fun to do. So let's dive into it without waiting any longer and me rambling on. So let's check this stuff out. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and kickstart this off. We're going to start up here towards the front where I have my Thermarest Z seat, which is on the right hand side of the screen. And directly to the left of it, you'll see a pot, which is a percolator. Now the nice thing about this pot, if you watch the videos that I've put out, one of my very first videos that I did, I had a percolator that I took camping with me, and I actually melted this plastic piece up here, which would be that right there. And unfortunately, that percolator kind of quit working on me. It works to an extent, but it's got melted plastic all over it, and I'm actually kind of afraid of heating it up anymore, so I'm not going to be using that one anymore. And I got this new one. This new one's actually got a bail hanger on it, so I can actually hang my coffee from, you know, like a limb, or, you know, tied up, or however I want to do it, over top of a campfire, which is really nice. Now directly above it, you'll see my Sawyer. My Sawyer is a 1 gallon bag. This is for my dirty water, and I'm going to be taking that with me on this camping trip because water's a little scarce, and I don't really like carrying in a whole lot of water. It's just a ton of added extra weight, and why bother doing that when you have filtration right there at the fingertips. So inside the black bag right there, that's all of the essential parts of this, which, break it down, the filter's in there, plus the nozzles, plus the hose. I've also got 2 chlorine tablets, or whatever you want, water purification tablets, I guess you would say, that are inside of that bag that I'll be taking with me just in case. After I filter the water, I may actually use those tabs to help purify the water just a little bit more. I actually went camping one time and got hit with water poisoning, or giardia. Yeah, so whatever it is that you call that, that's kind of what I ended up getting. And unfortunately, it's very unpleasant and makes you very sick. So I'm going to go ahead and just take my my water purification tabs with me this time. Now directly up above it, we have my paracord that I'll be using. That's what I'll have for my tarp and my hammock. Just next to it is my fire starting kit. So as you can see, I got my fire starting kit right here. It's just a very simple kit. I have that Bear Grylls Tinder shaver. I have a few pieces of fat wood. I have a pocket bellow, and I have a Exotech, or not really sure how to say that. Exotic. I think this is called Exotic, and it's just my match cap. It's what I keep my matches in. It's got a rubber ring on it to help keep that nice and sealed. If I can get it to focus. Sorry about that, guys. And I keep my matches, and it's also got some extra striking mats inside the cap that I keep with it, and one that's on the side. So moving away from the fire starting kit, I have a very small and simple first aid kit. It's nothing special. It's in that tin. It's something that I put together. You can buy those from Coleman, and they're basically little Band-Aid kits, and you can literally leave them the way they are, and they're actually pretty decent little kits. You can get ones that are pertain to like fishing or outdoors, or I don't know, like they make different like first aid kits or whatever, but I bought 2 of them simply because I can keep one like in my truck when I go fishing, or in my fishing backpack, or I can keep this one in my hiking backpack. So there's my first aid kit. So next in line we have a pair of Carhartt gloves, they're a pair of insulated gloves. I like those during the winter time. They have grippiness on the front. They're kind of like the black nitrate gloves that are right next to them, except those are a real thin pair. They're real thin, so they're not necessarily like cold weather apps, but those Carhartt gloves with a little bit of mud that's on the top of them, they are insulated and they're very nice and they work very good. Moving on down the line here, we've got a heavy cover frying pan. So next in line we have the heavy cover frying pan. You've seen this frying pan in one other video when I cooked some steaks on it, and I also did some pork chops in it, I do believe. It works great. It's made out of titanium, which is lightweight, very durable. It transfers heat very quickly and very efficiently. I absolutely love that frying pan. Moving along, we just have a bamboo cutting board. This is just a real simple little cutting board that I like to take with me. So I have, if I have some kind of treat or meat of some kind or vegetable or whatever to cut up, I can use that cutting board, and it stows away very small and easily in my pack and doesn't get in the way whatsoever. Next we have the Bushcraft Essentials twig stove. This twig stove's been used many times in many different videos, and it's becoming a just tried and true little thing that I take with me. It's also made from titanium, so it's lightweight. Like I said, some of these items in here are very heavy and some of them are very lightweight. Eventually I'll get myself to a point where I just have like nice lightweight backpacking items that I take with me, but it's a slow process because they are very expensive to buy. So next in line is my kitchen set kit. I guess you could call it that anyway. On the little orange bag there, those are biodegradable throwaway towels. They wash your hands up nice, and a lot of the utensils that I eat with clean up very good from them. And then I also have a package of Clorox wipes that I will put into a Ziploc baggie when I'm done with them and carry those out with me. But the Clorox wipes just help disinfect and keep everything nice and clean. I have a purple sponge right there that helps scrub some of the pots and pans. I have a little piece of chewing gum, just a little pack of it. I have my coffee creamers, and I've also got 3 different kinds of eating utensils. I have my spork spoon, I have my long spoon, and I also have a spork. Those are all Toaks items, I do believe. The spork spoon may be a Light My Fire spork spoon, so don't quote me on that one. But I also have one little piece of gear down there. Oh, don't forget, I have can openers, handheld can openers down there too, just in case for whatever god-awful reason I have a can with me. But I have one item down there that I want to jump down there and talk a little bit about because it's awesome. So the one item that I wanted to talk about real quick here is this nifty eating set, utensil set. It's absolutely awesome. I bought it for a backpacking set so that I could actually get rid of the toque stuff, but I actually like this so much that I use this when I go to work and eat my lunches and stuff with it. It's made by a company called Human Gear. Human Gear, pretty sure that's what it's called. So this one item that I wanted to talk about a whole lot right here is made by a company called Human Gear, as you can tell on the label. Now I'm going to pull it away here and hopefully we stay in focus, but it comes in this carrying case. This is how it's purchased or bought, whatever you want to call it. And you just flips open and you have your spoon. Oops. So it just flips open and you have your spoon, your fork, and a knife. And it also has, if you can see right there, it's got a toothpick just underneath the knife. And also the cool thing about the knife, if you can tell in the video, it also has a bottle opener on it. There's the knife. That's, if I can get it to focus on it, that's the knife. And it's got a bottle opener on it, which is actually pretty cool because, you know, just in case you need to open a bottle or something. And all this slides in and locks into place inside this carrying case. Very nice, very neat. The spoon and the fork feel really good when you're eating food. They feel really good aesthetically in your hands. And it's a really nice piece. If I wasn't using this all the time for my lunches at work, it'd be going with me on this backpacking adventure, but I use it at work, so it's not going with me. But yep, Human Gear. Check them out. So that's my backpack. It's an Elise 60 liter Cabela's brand backpack. It's also got the Camelback Omega, I do believe is what it's called, water bladder with it, and I just set it on top of it. So I'm not really going to go through all of the details of the backpack, but it is a very nice backpack. It has a built-in rain fly that's on the bottom of it, zips into it. It's real nice. It's got a membrane on the top that you can detach and wear as like a fanny pack if you wanted to. It's got a couple of pieces of MOLLE webbing on the front. Well, at least that's what I'm calling them anyway. And it also has on your waist area, it's got a zipper and a mesh pouch. It's also got nice breathability and airflow on your back. It's a very nice backpack. Very happy with it so far. It carries all of my gear very nicely. Next on the list of items, I just got a Carhartt beanie that I'll be taking with me because it's probably going to be a little cooler out. I have 2 Field and Stream dry bags that I'm contemplating on whether or not I'm going to take both of them. I'll for sure have one of them for camera gear and all of my electrical stuff, cords, charging stuff, cables, all that good jazz. But I may not need both of them. Next I have my Frog Togs. Those are just simple wet weather gear. I can throw that over top of anything that I'm wearing. It's relatively big, so it's got pants and a raincoat. That'll keep me nice and dry just in case it rains. Next on the list right here is that orange bag, the NHO, which is Nature's Hangout. It's a company called Nature's Hangout. It's really cool. It is a gear hanger that allows me to hang all of my gear. Once I take all of this stuff out, the granite gear bags that you see there, the green and the blue one and that dark purple one, all of that stuff can get hung up then on this NHO gear hanger, and I've absolutely loved it. It's very strong and heavy duty. I can literally hang my entire backpack full of all this stuff on one of those hooks and not have any issues with it. Next in line is my toiletry kit. I just have some toilet paper, some Listerine, Axe body spray. I have a little bottle of New Skin down there, some ibuprofen and some chapstick, and just a few band-aids on the inside. Now some of that stuff is kind of redundant in the first aid kit, but if I can pack it, why not carry it? It's just extra stuff, just in case. Next I have my light kit or I don't know, headlamp kit, whatever you want to call it. We'll just call it my light kit. Next we have my light kit. It's got my lemonade lantern. Love this lantern. It actually inflates. It has a button that tells you the battery life on it, and it also has a USB mini that you can charge your phone with, or you can actually charge the lantern with that. It's actually probably one of the best pieces of gear that I have inside this pack. At nighttime, it illuminates so much. I wish I had 2 or 3 more of them, to be honest with you. They are kind of expensive, but the fact that you can take a lantern with you out into the woods that weighs less than half of a pound, not even half of a pound, probably less than that, just a few ounces, is absolutely astonishing. It's so nice, so handy, and I love it. Next we have an Energizer headlamp, something simple. We have a through night flashlight, and all of that stuff will fit inside that Granite Gear bag that you see laying next to it. Obviously the lantern won't, it'll go by itself inside my backpack. Next on the list is just my Expedition Research grill. That's just a real easy grill that's good for cooking on, and just about anything else. If you need to set your coffee pots on top of it or whatever, it's a nice grill to have. Also on the list right here for my sleeping system, I have a Nemo Philo pillow. This pillow is probably one of the sweetest backpacking pillows that I've ever had. I had a real cheap little crappy inflatable one, and I popped a hole in it and I got this one, and this thing's so awesome. It actually has some memory foam inside of it, and it also inflates, so I can't wait to sleep on that. I'll be sleeping like a log with that thing for sure. Next we've got my bare butt hammock and my bare butt straps, my Chill Gorilla tarp, and my Moonlance chair, my Teton Sport sleeping bag, and my Climate sleeping pad. Now all of this stuff is part of my sleep system and my comfort system, I guess, at least the chair is anyway. The Climate sleeping is the Static V Luxe. It's the insulated version, and it's freaking awesome. It's like the larger one. I absolutely love this. It sleeps so well. It's so comfortable and so nice. Strongly recommend that. And that's my sleep system. I'll be sleeping out of the trees this time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Then we on to my heavy cover canteen, made by Keith Canteen, heavy cover canteen with the heavy cover lid. Then I have my Bob Brothers of Bushcraft knife with a flint rod attached to it. Really nice flint rod. It's a company made it out of Germany. I couldn't pronounce it if you wanted me to, but if my camera could focus on it, you can see it. Uber something. I don't know. We'll just call it the Uber Striker. Next we have the Right in the Rain pad with a Right in the Rain pen. Not really sure why that gun sticker's on there, but it looks pretty cool, so we'll leave it there. Next we have the Borel 21 Agua Canyon. Awesome saw. Love that thing. Seen it on Joe Robinette's Bushcraft show and bought one, and I've been in love with it ever since then. And that's it. That is all the gear that I will be taking with me on this legendary adventure. Alright guys, that does it for the gear review. That's going to be all the stuff that I'm taking with me on this hiking trip. I hope you enjoyed this little rundown of all of my gear. This is actually the probably 3rd or 4th time that I've done this video, because the first time that I did it, some very weird clicking noise was going on during the audio. No clue why it was doing it. I think it might have been because my camera was too close to my TV and my router and like other electrical stuff, and sometimes camera equipment will do that. So hopefully I have that issue fixed and we won't have to listen to that on this one. I ran into one of my memory cards getting full while this was going on, and then I had to restart that, so that's also fun. But now the video is over with. do me the biggest favor. Like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on. Follow me on Instagram at The Legend Outdoors for all of the cool photos, all of the neat little updates that I do that are prior to all of the adventures that I do. I try my best to get photos and things like that of the outdoors events that I do before that I actually get to go onto them, or at least some really cool photos of the outdoors. So check out my Instagram and let me know what you think of it. Follow me on there. And as always, get out there, make a legendary time of your own. Make time for yourself, make time for your loved ones, because you never know when that last time's going to be. So get out there and enjoy Mother Nature. Even though she's been wicked to us lately, it's April right now and we literally had snow the other day and I thought we were in a blizzard. So get out there and have fun. Up here, right up here in the corner, subscribe to the channel. Over here, there's going to be a video. I want you to click on the video and watch it. So watch it all the way to the end and don't go back and stop not watching it. Watch those videos. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next adventure.